And a good Friday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Welcome in all of our Lyon fans and our fans from down at West Sioux, Haywarden. Any of them tuning in, watching along with us, we welcome you into our broadcast, and we're glad to have you along on a rainy Friday night. If you couldn't make the trip, we're glad to provide this to you. And the people that make this possible, that you get to watch this for free, are our great sponsors, the Avera Medical Group, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Sanford Health, DeNoble Austin and Company PC, and the Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company, making sure that you have access to Central Lyon, George Little Rock Lyon football and Lyon activities throughout the season and throughout the school year. So once again, a big thank you to all of those sponsors out there. Big events coming up here on the Broadcast Network. Coming up on Monday the 12th, we've got a school board meeting at 7 o'clock. Thursday the 15th, we've got volleyball versus MOC Floyd Valley. That'll start around 10 to 7. And next Friday night, we'll be back here at Dicknall Field for the start of district play against the West Lyon Wildcats. And kickoff for that at 7 o'clock. Pregame show at 6:30. Reminders coming up for Central Lyon. School pictures will be next week for the Lions. Also, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. As always, get up there, click in the right side of your screen, and we will make sure that you are notified when we post videos or we post live broadcasts. You can also follow Central Lyon on Facebook and on Twitter to keep up on all their latest news. Well, we're here live from Dicknall Field, and we've got a whale of a game here set up for you guys tonight between Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and West Sioux. The Falcons from West Sioux ranked number 1 in Class 1A, a highly touted offense, and they know how to put points on the board. They have been to the Dome. They have been to the state title game multiple times in the last 5 years, and they have developed quite the winning mantra down there, and they look to try and keep that going in their direction. For the Lions, they have had the West Sioux Falcons number the last couple years, going down to West Sioux and taking 2 wins away in the last 2 years. So the Falcons, obviously, a little bit of payback on their minds as they come to Dicknall Field. And the Lions, they're looking to keep their run alive. They have had a fantastic start to the season as well, putting up big points on the offensive side of the ball, and the defense has played outstanding throughout the season. And both teams come in 2-0 on the season, looking to keep their perfect records intact as they head into district play next week. For the Lions, they will kick off district play against the Wildcats of West Lyon right here. The annual Beef Bowl will be at Dicknall Field next week. For West Sioux, they will be at home as well, and they will take on the Ehawks of Emmitsburg. But that's next week. We need to worry about this week, and we've got Lions and Falcons coming your way. We had a chance to catch up with both our coaches earlier on today and get their thoughts on tonight's game. We got a chance to talk to Coach Eben and what his plan is. We talked a little bit of how the weather might affect his play calling and what might happen out there. But up next, we're going to hear from the West Sioux Falcons head coach, Ryan Schwiesaw, and we'll hear what he thinks about his squad coming up here to play at Dicknall Field and going into this battle. And we'll get to him when we return to our pregame show. You are listening to Central Lyon, George Little Rock Lyon football on the Lyon Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here!
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local Pizza Ranch. Mm-hmm.
Welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk West Sioux football with the head coach of the Falcons, Ryan Schwiesaw. Coach, thanks for joining us this week.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Hey, Coach, let's talk about your team so far. Rated number one in Class 1A. You've had some great games here to start off the season. Your team has really been clicking on all cylinders. Offensively, defensively, you've really been having a good year so far. How's that been going so far, and how do you get set up to have such a great start?
Well, obviously it all starts with our kids, our athletes, and what they did in the off season. As far as the weight room and those sort of things, you have to have the chess pieces in order to play the game, and we have some great athletes, so that's obviously helped us with our scheme. And then, our kids just buy into the system, and so they're ready to go. They're excited about the year, and coming off a state runner-up finish last year, it left a little bitter taste in our mouth, so kids were really hungry at the start of the year to get going.
Well, and you talk about being hungry and those kids getting that bitter taste of the state runner-up spot. The last couple of years, Central Lyon George Litterocks kind of had your number, so that bitter taste has got to be there. They got to be looking for some revenge coming into this week.
Yeah, last year we just didn't play very well. We turned the ball over 3 times. Basically gave them 21 points to start, threw a pick in the end zone, then came around and threw a pick 6, then turned around and fumbled it on our own 20. So, they're a good football team. Anytime you play a really good football team, you can't turn it over and do those things, especially to start a game. So, but I'll be honest with you, our kids, we approach every game the same way. It's another football game. We're not going to get too high. We're not going to get too low, especially on these first 3 games. We schedule good, tough opponents for a reason. We do it to see if we can find some chinks in our armor, and then we use that to build for the postseason. That won't be any different for us this year. We're just looking to get better with every game so we can be where we need to be at the end of the year, like we have been the last several years.
Well, and you said it there. 2 quality opponents going to go at it here. Like you said, it's great to see what the measuring stick is and where you can make your improvements early in the season in non-district play. What are some things that you see from Central Lyon George Litterock that you expect to see in the game tonight?
Well, obviously everybody knows where their offense goes through. It begins and ends with Lutmer. There's so many times on film where, and quite honestly, last year in our game where he just single-handedly beats a team. I know there's 10 other guys on the field, so I'm not discrediting any of those kids because they all have great kids. They're good up front. They have athletes in the backfield. They have athletes at wide receiver. But there's so many times where they score touchdowns and make plays where, quite honestly, play wasn't intended to go that way. Lutmer just reverses his field, finds a wide receiver open or breaks contain and ends up taking it to the house. So we know what we have to do to try to contain him. That's always easier said than done. So we know where it begins and ends, and this year I think, if anything, their team is a little deeper than it's been in the past with some of their skill positions. The Even kid is a really good running back, and number 2, I can't think of his name right now, is a really good wide receiver, and they have athletes all over the place to complement Lutmer. But obviously that's where it begins and ends is with him.
Well, your offense has been outstanding so far this year, averaging over 40 points a game. And, Central Lyon George Litterock, they always bring an aggressive defense. They've been trying to force turnovers each and every week so far. What do you do offensively to see that you can try and take advantage of that Lion defense, or where you can move the ball and try and keep this scoring roll up?
Well, we're not going to reinvent the wheel. We do what we do. We've been doing it for 10 years now. We've had success with it. Obviously, they're going to play their 3-3-5 like they have against us the last 2 years, maybe a 4-2-5, maybe a little version of the 3-3-5, so we know what they're going to do. We just can't turn the ball over. We just can't make mistakes like we did the last 2 years. I'll give them credit. Sometimes that's good defense. Other times, we're just shooting ourselves in the foot. So we just can't do that. And I think we're going to be okay offensively. We have an explosive offense with a lot of good athletes and a lot of good kids. Unfortunately, we're going to be missing one of those. But, other than that, we're not going to reinvent the wheel.
Well, the last 2 years that you've played the Lions, you've had the luxury of playing them down there in West Sioux, down in Hayward, and on your good turf field. Now you go on the road. You're going to be at Dicknall Field. You haven't played there in a few years. How do you get your kids prepared for the road trip and to play in the grass?
Well, it's just it's no different than we going over to play Sioux Center last week. Like I said, we just can't. It's just another game. We've made plenty of road trips over the past. We played on plenty of grass fields. It is a little bit different, but we practice on grass when we play grass teams. So I don't think that'll be an issue to us at all. It might be a little wet. They're talking about a little rain. So we'll see if that makes a difference or if the field conditions make any difference. But other than that, we're just going to go over and play a road football game.
Well, Coach, you always know that when you get into big games like this and you're playing two good opponents, it comes down to the little things. What are some of the little things that you guys got to make sure of, and what are some of the keys to making sure the Falcons can come away with a win?
Well, obviously, like I said, you just got to make sure you contain the Lutmer kid. We worked really hard all week at making sure we stayed in our lanes as far as our rush and those sort of things, keeping eyes on the quarterback as far as some of our linebacker drops and some of those things in passing situations. We can't let him turn a scramble play into a touchdown like it has happened the last couple years. And, those little things like open field tackling, you can't miss tackles. If you get a chance to get a guy on the ground, you got to get him on the ground and make sure it doesn't turn into a big play.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you spending some time with us here today, and we wish you the best of luck tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That is the head coach of the West Sioux Falcons, Ryan Sweesaw. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return. And we welcome you back to the pregame show. It's time to talk Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions football with the head coach of the Lions, Curtis Eben. Coach, thanks for joining us again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Joel.
Coach, let's talk about last week. We went on the road, our first road trip of the season down to Sergeant Bluff, Luton, and our team came out and we had things going right from the get-go.
Yeah, we really did. We felt like jumping on the bus. That was a business-like trip. It's an hour and a half bus ride down there and got off. And, it was warm starting the game off. Our kids, we got out of routine a little bit in our pregame stuff, but our kids were focused at 7 o'clock when that kickoff started and really started off well, on offense or defense. Got a pick early in that game, turned around, 4 plays later scored, and then the next possession they go 3 and out, get a punt, and we go down and score. We jumped on them early, a good 14-0 lead, and everything just kept rolling after that.
Well, we were able to get the score up where we wanted it to, get to the running clock portion, and our kids, our first teamers, still got 3 good quarters of play out there. Why is that important that they got at least 3 quarters?
Yeah, every time, you get concerned, taking kids out by the second, beginning of the third quarter. Guys need playing time. We got to see game-like experiences. They actually started moving the ball pretty well on us in that third quarter with our defense, and so we kind of left them out there just to get more experience of that game setting, And I wouldn't expect it tonight be any different. The fact that, we're going to see 4 quarters of football, so, we got to get physically in shape, get guys mentally in shape for that, and prepare for 4 quarters of football.
Well, let's get to tonight's action. A big game tonight. Number 1 in Class 1A, West Sioux. They have been putting points on the board their first 2 games of the year. And it's always kind of a high marquee game and one we like to circle on the schedule. And it's good to play a team like this early in the year.
Yeah, it really is. They bring a lot of. They're very dynamic what they do offensively, defensively. They run a 3-5 defense. So they're very high octane type of offense, and it's good for our guys to see a team like this early on in the season. We have the opportunity this year to play at home against them, and so it's just overall it's a great opportunity early in our schedule to face a very good opponent.
Well, obviously, a good opponent they are. Like I said, they've been putting up some points out there, and they are highly ranked. What do you expect them to bring into the Dicknall field, and what do we expect to see from that offense?
Yeah, offensively they'll spread it out, and they'll throw the ball around. The Wiggins kid is a 3-year starter at quarterback. They got a Boltman's kid that's a 3-year starter at tailback, and then a Lyon kid that's been an H-back for 3 years. So offensively they move the ball around pretty well. They're very physical up front. They will try to get the corner on you as much as possible, but again, a lot of their routes are wheel route type combination stuff. You got to be disciplined in the defensive backfield to pick up all their their combination routes that they run on you. So we had a great week of practice preparing for them offensively, and again, we just got to be very disciplined tonight on defense to slow them down.
Well, on the defensive side of the ball, we've done very well against them the last 2 years, and we just match up better against that defense, or is it the scheme that gives us that advantage, or what can we expect to see tonight?
Yeah, we just, again, it's all about discipline. That's our word of the week that our captains picked this week is discipline. And, that discipline needs to be shown tonight during that game. We just don't worry about all that motion, the play action stuff. Just do your job every time. That starts up front with our D-line from linebackers to secondary. We just need what they do, there are a lot of one-man route combinations that they run, but they look for a certain person because they feel like they can set things up by play action or whatever their motions to get you off balance. But we got to stay focused out there. Again, we can't be unfocused for one play because it could be 6 points on the board. So in the last couple of years has shown we've been very disciplined in what we've done up front and in the backfield, and we've been able to control them.
Well, obviously, we've done a great job so far this year of mixing it up, passing and rushing. Been very balanced, but could be a little bit of weather in the forecast tonight. There's been some rain off and on. And how will that go into affecting our game plan?
Yeah, talking rain most of the day today and, into the game time tonight. And, that's one of those things we don't worry about the weather as much as we want to, we just got to control. We can control our guys up front. We feel good about our guys up front. We feel good about our skill position guys. What the footing, that's one of those things that when you play football, you're going to run into some issues when it comes to the footing stuff. You just got to tighten your feet down a little bit if it's sloppy out there. But, the weather shouldn't be a factor. For us, we'll still run the same game plan we plan on running. We'll just have to, be a little bit more precise in what we're doing and making sure we got our feet underneath us.
Well, we've made it through the first 2 weeks. Like I said, it's nice to get those scores up there. You get some guys out, get them some rest, but it also keeps them from staying injury-free, and we've done a good job of that so far. Our guys seem pretty healthy out there.
Yeah, we really have, again, all the way around. We had some bumps and bruises here and there, but for the most part, we've really been healthy, and our kids have, again, it's all about, training yourself. It's kind of like I heard a while back, the healthiest you're going to be is the first day of practice, and after that, you got to deal with the small things. And so we're just, that's the biggest thing, is our kids got to manage, talk to our trainer, Brandon, and make sure they're getting the bumps and bruises taken care of. And so far we have, and it's definitely been a big factor for us throughout the first 2 weeks.
Well, you alluded to it a little bit earlier. You talked about discipline and being disciplined tonight. That goes into the little things that happen throughout a football game that can, like you said, cost you 6 points if you're not being disciplined for one play. What do we really need to focus on? What are those little things that we need to pay attention to and be disciplined on when it comes to tonight's game so we can pick up a win?
Yeah, offensively, it starts up front. We got to know whether they're 3-5 defense, where their linebackers are at, where they're coming from. Are they sending two guys off the edge? Our slide protection for our pass pro, and then defensively, we got to recognize formation, motions, understanding what they're trying to do, their concept wise in offense, and then try to slow them down. It'll be hard to completely stop them. Obviously, they got so many weapons, but we need to slow them down and then try to win that field position battle, especially if it's raining out. Field position battle will be a big one, which leads into our special teams. Our special teams are very important. We got, again, it's all about field position, especially if it's a wet game. So all three aspects, we got to do the little things, the blocking and tackling, and then on top of that, stay very disciplined throughout the game.
Well, Coach, we appreciate your time every week, and we wish you the best of luck tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
That is the head coach of the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions, Curtis Eben. We'll be back with more of the pregame show when we return.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
And we welcome you back here live on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. My name is Joel Viss. Glad to have you along with us here for tonight's football matchup between the West Sioux Falcons and the Central Lyon George Little Rock Lions here live from Dick Nall Field in Rock Rapids. As we said, glad to have you along, all of you Lion fans, as well as all of you Falcon fans tuning in from down there in the West Sioux, Haywarden area. Glad to have you along with us, and a big thank you to our fine sponsors making this broadcast possible and making it able for you to view here on our YouTube channel. We thank those sponsors, which include the Avera Medical Group, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch here in Rock Rapids, Premier Bank, Sanford Health, DeNoble Austin and Company PC, and the Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, bringing you tonight's broadcast and bringing me here once again, enjoying another beautiful evening. It's cool out. It's not so hot. Last Friday night it was hot when we were down in Sergeant Bluff, Luton. Today a lot cooler. It's been cloudy. It's been rainy all day long. We've seen patches of rain here even while we have been in warm-ups. So we'll see how that affects. You see the fans. They're dressed up in their warm weather gear. Good amount of fans for the Lions here tonight. Obviously, we've got some things going on here with this home game. We'll have some junior cheer going on, so I expect a lot of moms and grandmas are here for that. But the umbrellas are out, the ponchos are out, but nonetheless, a pretty solid crowd for the Lions. And over across the way, not a bad-looking crowd for West Sioux. As we said, it's a long drive to come sit up in the water, and they might not be here yet. If not, you're at home listening and watching us here on our Central Lyon YouTube channel. We thank you for joining us. We remind you to jump up there, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and we'll let you know when we post videos and start live broadcast as we cover all events that happen around Central Lyon throughout the school year. Coming up around the corner on Monday night, the 12th, we'll have a school board meeting at 7 o'clock right here on the network. Also, next Thursday night, we have volleyball versus MOC Floyd Valley at 6:50. And then next Friday night, we kick off district play against the West Lyon Wildcats and the annual Beef Bowl here at Dicknall Field. That'll be here next Friday night at 7 o'clock. The Lions are starting to make their way down and coming towards the field. We're getting closer and closer to kickoff time here. Both teams come in tonight undefeated, 2-0 on the season. The West Sioux Falcons picking up some big wins early on in the year, and they are ranked number 1 in Class 1A in the latest polls. And they're bringing in that highly touted offense that knows how to put up the points. The Lions, they've got the defense, and they've got some offense to go with it as well. You got to hear from both of our coaches coming in. CLGLR comes in 2-0 as well, and they are looking both to keep those unblemished 2-0 records alive and make it 3-0. Who is going to go into district play undefeated? That'll be decided in just a few moments here as the Lions are going to make their way onto the field. Here they come. The Lions will make their way through. Back to the tradition. Enter Sandman and Metallica caking us through here. The Lions back onto the turf here at Dicknall Field. And we are getting set up and ready to go for you guys here tonight. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be ready for the kickoff and tonight's non-district matchup live from Dicknall Field between West Sioux and Central Lyon George Litterock. You're watching Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
And we welcome you back here live from Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. Joel Viss with you here tonight on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Our countdown to kickoff continues here just a few moments away from kickoff between Central Lyon, George Little Rock, and West Sioux here tonight. Going to be a fantastic football game, the final game of non-district play for both these squads, week number 3. And as we said, West Sioux ranked number 1 in the polls. Here's Central Lyon, George Little Rock, ranked number 2 in Class 2A currently. And both teams undefeated and want to keep that alive. And no love lost between these two teams. A couple years back when the great Hunter Deckers was on that West Sioux team, he kind of took it to the Lions. Now he's playing football down at Iowa State as the starting quarterback. He's got a big game tomorrow in Iowa City for that Cy-Hawk matchup, so we'll see how that turns out for Hunter Deckers. But now they've got one in just as good a place. You've got Dylan Wiggins, the 3-year starter at quarterback for West Sioux. He knows how to wing that football around, and we'll see a lot of him here tonight. For the Lions, they come in, obviously, you know, Zach Lutmer. He's the guy to watch on the offensive side of the ball, the talented quarterback headed toward the University of Iowa for Central Lyon, George Little Rock. We are bearing down on some history here tonight and might actually see some history be made on Dicknall Field tonight as Zach Lutmer is just 77 yards away from taking over as the all-time career rushing leader at Central Lyon. He would overtake a 45-year-old record set by Tom Roach back in the late 1970s. Captains making their way out onto the field here right now. Jack Van Wy, number 65, the big offensive lineman, heading to USD next year. Next to him, you've got Caden Van Berkom, talented linebacker for us. Nose tackle from linebacker spot, Evan Kruger, number 50, and, of course, Zach Lutmer, number 7. Captains meet at midfield. You got the Lyon Junior captains out there as well for the coin toss. West Sioux has won the toss, and they have elected to defer. So the Lions will take the ball to start the game here tonight, and the Lions will start on offense, a little bit different. The last 2 weeks, the Lions have won the toss and deferred themselves and have started on the defensive side. Live from Dicknall Field, as I said, my name is Joel Viss. Alongside me, Jason Heiser, my production assistant here tonight. You'll see him working the camera, the scoreboards, and all the cool little graphics you're going to see pop up around the on the screen. We thanks to him as he takes care of us throughout the night. Lions will get ready to go in their kickoff formation, and the return duties will come on now for West Sioux as they will make their way onto the field. The Falcons doing without talented tailback Brady Lynott. Brady Lynott with an injury, not able to go here tonight, and will be out of action. So the Falcons will have to make an adjustment to them right away. Well, the Lions actually not going to. They're going to line up in the backfield. They're going to put Josh Elbert back there. Usually it is Graham Eben and Zach Lutmer, but Josh Elbert and Graham Eben back at their own 5-yard line. West Sioux will break out of the huddle and go into their formation for the kickoff. And the ball is in the air. We are underway here at Dicknall Field. Elbert will take it at his own 7-yard line, trying to reverse field to the middle. Cross the up, there he goes. Cuts it left side. across the 45, breaking through tackles into West Sioux territory, and a big return for Josh Elbert has the Lions in business on the West Sioux 46-yard line. That's the way to get things fired off right away. Josh Elbert, what a great return. Some huge wedge blocks up the middle there. Nobody standing in front of him till he got to the 40. Lions will jump out here in the offensive formation. As we said, Lutmer bearing down on history. We'll see how much we use him tonight or who will get to carry the load. As Coach even talked about playing ball control tonight and keeping the offense on the field. Twins right, single man here to the bottom side of your screen. Lutmer calls it out. He'll hand off Eben right side. He's wrapped up immediately by a host of Falcons going nowhere. He might even lose a half a yard on that, but they will give him the original line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd down and 10 now for Central Lyon, George Litterock. They were looking forward to this game. And talking to the coaching staffs, they were excited to play a team like West Sioux. They knew the Falcons would come in and hit them in the mouth, and they'd get after them, and the Lions are ready for that challenge. Everybody in tight now, shotgun formation for Lutmer, and even man in motion. That's Terhark. They'll hand to him over the left side on the jet sweep. Terhark lowers the shoulder as he crosses the 40 down to the 37, and very close to first down yardage. Going to be about a half a yard short, so give Terhark 9 yards. Back at Dicknall Field here in Central Lyon, George Litterock in Rock Rapids. Lions on top, 7-0 here, 9:22 to go in the first quarter. Zach Lutmer hitting Isaiah Johnson for a 33-yard touchdown. Deeren gives the kick away. It goes down. It is caught at the 12-yard line, faking the reverse there, and the Lions are not fooled by Tanner Lynott. He is brought down inside the 20, back at the 17-yard line, and that's where West Sioux will start on offense. CLGLR now on the defensive side of the ball. They answered the call on the offense as they marched it down the field. Lions were able to get into the end zone. A big kickoff return, giving them a short field by Josh Elbert. Now the Lions will see if the defense can stand up here. Dylan Wiggins in at the quarterback spot. Shotgun formation, twin receivers. Quick pass down in the flat. Has his man Avery Milliken. Milliken makes the catch and gets out to the 25-yard line. Going to be about an 8-yard pickup on the first down. Quick pass there to Milliken. Gets West Sioux in motion. They like the quick passes. They hit the guys underneath and see what they can do after the catch. 2nd down and 2. Twin receivers to each side. Wiggins in that pistol formation. He'll hand off this time to Boltman. Boltman bounces off the first man. Now he's wrapped up, spins forward. Does carry out across the 25. Has first down yardage. And he'll be put down. We'll see if they put it down at the 38-yard line. That's what it looks like, or the 28-yard line, I should say. So a 3-yard pickup for Carter Boltman. 1st and 10 for West Sioux here. 8:28 to play in the first quarter. Twin receivers to each side. Now a man in motion. That's Milliken from right to left. Quarterback keeper on his own. He's looking for room. Now he cuts back across the field. Lutmer runs him down and sacks him in the backfield. Wiggins was trying to escape. He got by 2 guys, but then Lutmer came sprinting in and took him to the ground for a loss of yards. And he'll be put down back at the 23-yard line. Loss of 5 for Dylan Wiggins on the run. Now there's a penalty against West Sioux. The Lions have declined that penalty, and they will take the loss of down and the loss of yardage. 2nd down and 15 now. Ball on the 23-yard line. Twin receivers to the left side, single man to the right. 2 up backs. Now they go in motion. Back to pass is Wiggins. Wiggins feeling some pressure, heaves it over the middle of the field, and just about intercepted by Graham Eben. Eben made the play on the ball and just couldn't bring it in. Graham Eben, he has been a ball hawk this year. That had been his third interception on the season. He started off the game down in Sergeant Bluff with a big one on third down, now trying to get another one. Second down, or third down and 15 now. Ball at the 23-yard line, third and long. Not a problem, though, for West Sioux with this offense. Twins right, single man to the left side, shotgun formation, man in motion now. From left to right, rolling out, pressure, screen pass underneath to Boltman. Read well, Lions are all over it. There are purple jerseys everywhere. Boltman, nothing doing. He'll go down behind the line of scrimmage back at the 19-yard line. A 4-yard loss for Carter Boltman. Lions were not fooled by that screen pass, and they were on it. They pushed him over, and there was just a screen of purple jerseys when Carter Boltman turned around. So fourth down and forever for the Falcons. They'll be forced to punt this one away. Lutmer and Eben will go back to their own 40 to receive it. Good end-over-end kick. Graham will catch it inside the 35. Now start making his way up the field and get what he can, and gets it out to the 42. About a 6-yard return there for him. 6 or 7 yards, not too bad. But the Lions get the defensive stop they need and go back on the offense. With 6:55 to play here in the first quarter, Lions on top, 7-0. Lions will come out here once again. They will break the huddle. They'll send everybody in tight. New little package here for them where they keep all the wide receivers in. They look like up backs. And then stepping back into the shotgun is Eben and Lutmer. Man in motion is Johnson. They'll hand to him over the right side. He'll stair-step it up, be wrapped up by the linebacker and brought down. Do believe that was Tanner Lynott. And bringing him down, nothing doing. No gain on the play as they were able to get to Isaiah. West Sioux, they know how to run the ball too. They are fast and they know how to get after it as well. We're going to have to try and get the packages in order there as we go second down and 10. 3 wide receivers to the left side, Twins to the right, empty backfield, quick pass right side, Vanderzee. Vanderzee with the catch out to the 50-yard line for a pickup of 8. Third down and short now for Central Lyon George Litterock as they get set up here right at the 50-yard line. Lions going to say a long 2, short 3 as they are on their own side of the 50. Lions will line up here, send twin receivers to the left side, single man to the right side. Pistol formation, they hand off Eben right up the middle of the field. He stood up after a gain of 1. Man, the far side judge is giving a pretty good spot. This is going to be close. They may have to measure this one, but I think he is short. Third down, they're not even going to measure. They're just going to say he got the 2 yards. They're going to give it to him. That was a generous spot for Graham Eben, but the Lions will take it and set up first down and 10. Ball is just in front of the 48 of West Sioux. Clock on the move, 5:40 to play in this first quarter. Lions with that 1 touchdown lead, looking for more. Twin receivers now break out wide to the right side. Single man is Austin here on the bottom side. Handoff again to Eben. He fights through a few tackles. He's got some room this time. He'll take it down to the 40-yard line. 8-yard pickup for Graham on first down. We'll set up second down and short. Graham Eben had some running room that time, able to get downfield. Second down and 2, ball at the 40-yard line of the Falcons as we dip below 5 minutes to play. Twin receivers out to the left side. Now Twins break out to the right as well. Shotgun formation, Eben in the backfield. Man in motion, that is Josh Elbert rolling out now left side under pressure, and a flag will fly in the backfield as Lutmer just throws the ball away. Coaches are very upset with the Lion offensive lineman, you're going to get a block in the back against Chase Thiedens. Chase got beat, and he should have just let him go, and instead he grabs on and then gave him a push. So they will call that, and the hold will come back from the 47-yard line. So that is going to be a big loss for the Lions of about 17 yards and set up second down and about 16 now. Ball spotted back in CLGLR territory at the 43-yard line. Clock stopped at 4:42 to go here in the first quarter. Lions behind the chains. Twin receivers to each side. Pistol formation now for Lutmer. Zach calls out the count there. Back to pass here now, looking for the screen pass underneath. He's got even all sorts of running room for Graham down the left side. Picks up a great block by Johnson inside the 20 and finally drugged down there by the defender, Mason Kopik. But a huge play on the screen pass, a taste of West Sioux's own medicine there as the Lions take it all the way down and put it at the 15-yard line. 42-yard pitch and catch on the screen to Graham Eben. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Twins right, single man to the left side this time. Pistol formation once again. They'll hand off. Nope, fake hand. Lutmer's going to go. He's up the middle, sidesteps one man down inside the 10 to the 5, where he'll be brought down. Looks like they're going to bring the ball back to the 6-yard line. So give him 9 yards on the carry. Second down and 1 for Central Lyon George Little Rock as they are inside the 10-yard line, looking to go up by 2 scores here in the first quarter. Twins left, single man to the right side, pistol formation. Vanderzee's the man up high. They'll hand off to Eben. He stood up immediately, tries to fight out of it, but can't, and he'll go for no gain. Very well read by the defense that time. West Sioux was ready to knock him flat. They're actually going to give him a loss of yard on there, so it'll be a 2nd down and 2 now, or 3rd and 2, I should say. 3:29 to play here in the first quarter, 7-0. CLGLR looking to tack on some more. Got to try and get this first down. Everybody in tight. Shotgun formation. Man in motion is Johnson. Fake the hand. Lutmer keeps. Lutmer's hit, though, but he's still fighting for yards, and he got down to the 6, which would be the original line of scrimmage, so he got the yard back that Eben had lost. And it'll set up a 4th down and 1, and we'll see what the Lions choose to do. Right now, looks like the Lions are going to go for it on 4th down, not going to bring on the kicking unit. Thought maybe you'd give Matthew Deeren a shot at this one, but they want to put their point on it now. 4th and 1, ball at the 6-yard line. Power I formation, Lutmer under center. Lutmer calls it out. He'll hand off. Second man through is Eben. He bangs off a defender, and he is stood up. I don't know. It's going to all depend on the spot. They're spotting it at the 5. And Eben got stood up. They put it right on the 5. That should be enough for a first down. The officials taking a look at this. This one is every bit as close as the last one they didn't measure, and they won't measure again. Referee steps in, says it's first down yardage, and it'll be 1st and goal for Central Lyon George Little Rock. 2:23 to go here in that first quarter. 7-0. Lions with the lead, looking to punch another one in here. Lions will come out in that heavy package once again. Power I this time to the left side. Van Berkom and Elbert are the up backs, Eben the deep back. Lutmer steps under center. He'll hand second man through left side. Eben again, powers it down, and he is in for the Lion touchdown. 5-yard touchdown run for Graham Eben that time. as the Lions go up 13-0 here with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. And a Lion player down on the field here. Looks like a Lion offensive lineman. And trainer's out to check on him. We'll take a break, and we'll come back for the extra point when we return to Lion football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
Back at Dicknall Field here after the injured Lion, Chase Thedens, was down on the field. He does get up and walks off the field under his own power and is on the sidelines here. Lions will line up here for the extra point, just tacking in their second touchdown of the first quarter, a 13-0 lead. This one a 5-yard touchdown run for Graham Eben. Lions will bring in the swinging gate, and Matthew Deeren will come on to do the kicking duties. Sam Christensen, the snap is good, the hold by Lutmer is good, and the kick is good as well. 2:02 to play here in the first quarter, and 14-0. Central Lyon George Little Rock on top of West Sioux. You're watching Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
After a long day,
back at Dicknall Field, Joel Viss with you here tonight on the Lion Broadcast Network. 2:02 to play here in the first quarter. Central Lyon George Little Rock on top 14-0. Lions have cashed in on both of their offensive possessions, and they held West Sioux to a punt on their first possession of the night. West Sioux will get their second crack at it here after the kick by Deeren. Good kick by Deeren. It'll be caught by Lynott back at the 14-yard line, coming right up the middle of the field. He's got good running room up to the 30-yard line. We'll see if they give him the 31. Looks like they will say right at the 30. And it'll be nice starting field position for West Sioux. The Falcons trying to get on the board here. They need to cut into this lead. Definitely need to move the football here on their second offensive possession. You don't like to feel like you're under pressure right off the bat, but a 2-touchdown deficit in the first quarter. You know West Sioux wants to put some points on the board this time around. First down and 10 for the Falcons. Wiggins will break the huddle, send twin receivers to each side. Carter Boltman will stand in the backfield next to Wiggins. As he looks over the defense, he'll hand off to Boltman right up the middle of the field. He's got good running room, spins off a broken tackle. He's got a first down and more out to the 42. 12 yards for Carter Boltman on first down. Boltman had a huge hole to run through. He got about 5 yards and then spun out of a tackle from Lutmer and able to carry it across the 42 for a first down. First down and 10 once again for the Falcons. They'll send single receivers out. Twin backs stand behind in the pistol formation. Wiggins looking over to the sidelines here, changing up the play. Man in motion now, and Wiggins will hand off here. Left side, looks like it goes to McMillan. And Avery McMillan will carry it ahead to the 45 for a pickup of 3. So Avery McMillan with the carry that time. Second down and 7. Milliken, that's his name. Avery Milliken. Second and 7 from their own 45-yard line. Twin receivers off to each side, pistol formation. Milliken now in motion. They'll hand off Boltman over the middle. He'll run through a few tackles again. Carries it out to the 49-yard line. Another 4 yards for Carter Boltman. He's a big, tough runner there. He knows how to get the ball. He explodes. He's got some speed, but he's got some size as well at 6'1", 195 pounds. Third down and 3 for West Sioux, just shy of the 50-yard line. Single receivers out to each side. Boltman and Wiggins in the shotgun and up back to the left. Now in motion. They'll hand off Boltman right up the middle. He's stalemated, but does a good job of falling forward across the 50. And they'll put him right down at the 50 for a gain of 1. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play here from Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids. After 1 quarter, Central Lyon George Little leads West Sioux 14-0. You will be back with more Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch. Mm-mm.
Back at Dicknall Field here in Rock Rapids, start of quarter number 2. Central Lyon George Little Rock leading West Sioux 14-0. Fourth down and short here. West Sioux's going to go for it on fourth down to kick off quarter number 2. They'll hand off, quick pass down the middle and hops it. He skipped it to the receiver, incomplete pass. And a fourth down gamble at the 50-yard line will be incomplete. West Sioux arguing that they caught it, but it obviously skipped into his hands. So a tough break there for West Sioux, trying to gamble early in the second quarter. And the Lions will come out on offense. They'll take over once again. Outstanding field position right at the 50-yard line. Lions taking their time here as now they break the huddle. Everybody in tight once again. Lutmer calls it out, back to pass. Looks over the middle of the field, has Reese Vanderzee, but too high and through his hands. Reese got his hands up there, but it slipped right through him. He had the spot over the middle of the field. Incomplete pass brings up second down and 10 at the midfield marker here for Central Lyon George Little Rock. How big would it be for the Lions to go down and take a 3-touchdown lead early in the second quarter? Twin formation here, both receivers off to each side. Now Elbert comes in motion. And a penalty is called here. Flags will fly. I think we might have gotten to the delay of game. We'll have to see what we got. And it's a false start. They're going to say Josh Elbert was going forward before the ball was snapped. So a penalty against Central Lyon George Little Rock pushes them back to their 45-yard line. 2nd down and 15 now. Lions will send twin receivers to each side once again. Pistol formation. Lutmer stands up in front of Graham Eben. Here on 2nd down, they will hand off to Eben. Eben takes off, brings it back out to the 50. And not sure on that one. Now, the rule is Graham is supposed to grab the football and take it with him. If Lutmer wants to keep it, he's got to get it out of there. And I think Lutmer wanted to make a quick pass on that, but Eben took it right away from him. Nonetheless, brings it up to the 50-yard line again. 3rd down and 10 for Central Lyon George Little Rock. Trips to the left side. Single man, that is Reese Vanderzee to the right here. Shotgun formation, now man in motion. That is Eben. They're going to go deep down the sidelines. Vanderzee running under it. He's got it, and he'll score. Reese Vanderzee, 50 yards on the touchdown, and he outruns the defense. And Lutmer put it right on the button. It just basket catch right into his hands, and he took it in the rest of the way. 20-0, Central Lyon George Little Rock on top here. What a great pass there by Lutmer. They had one-on-one coverage. Everybody was paying attention to the 4 guys on the left side, and Reese Vanderzee takes off. Lions will set up here in that swinging gate formation. I apologize. Last time I said Sam Christensen was the long snapper. It's actually Graham Eben. Sam is the center on the offense, but Graham Eben is the long snapper. So the snap is good, hold is down, hold is good, and the kick is good as well. 11 minutes to go in this 2nd quarter. Lions on top, 21-0. You're watching Central Lyon George Little Rock Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
DeNoble Austin and Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin and Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
Back at Dicknall Field, Joel Viss with you here, live from Rock Rapids. Central Lyon George Little Rock back on the board again after a turnover on downs at midfield by West Sioux. The Lions take advantage, and on 3rd and 10, they find Reese Vanderzee down the sidelines for a 50-yard touchdown to give the Lions a 3-touchdown lead here early in the 2nd quarter. Matthew Deeren now will step it off here to do the kickoff. Deeren steps it off, and he'll give the ball a boot. Lynott catches it at his own 5. Now he'll start going up the field, trying to outrun the Lions. They've got him pinned in, and he is down inside the 20 at the 15, maybe the 16-yard line. We'll see where they stick him. Isaiah Johnson in on that one. Also Tyler Grieve coming down and making the tackle. That's a big point of emphasis for CLGLR on those kickoff teams and their punt teams. If they can pin a team inside the 20, they get a star on the helmet. And they gets them all fired up, gets them going. So West Sioux back on the offensive side here with just under 11 minutes to play in the first half, trailing by 3 touchdowns. Trips to the left side, single man to the right. Back to pass is Wiggins. He's got time. Now he finds over the middle of the field, has his man, but takes a shot from Lutmer. Lutmer just flattened him at the first down marker, but he still held on for the catch. What a great catch for him, for Mason Kopic. Good enough for a first down. But, man, did he take a hit. He's going to think about that one again. He was wide open over the middle of the field, but the Lions made him pay for it. First down and 10 at the 25. Twin receivers to each side. Now a man in motion. That is Milliken. They'll fake the hand. The ball is fumbled, and Wiggins falls on top of it and saves possession there. The Lions jump on it, and Denick is bringing him down in the backfield. Loss of about 7 yards there on the fumble. I think they were going to fake to the fullback and then run option to the outside with Milliken, but he bobbled the football, and Wiggins just had to fall on it to keep possession. Second down and 17 now. Twin receivers to each side. Now man in motion. Back to pass. Wiggins looks underneath. He's got the screen set up. Down the sidelines goes Boltman. He's got a lot of yards. And he'll get back out to about the 32-yard line, maybe the 33. He's on the far side of the field. But we'll see where they say he stepped out of bounds, or was knocked out of bounds, I should say. And it looks like it'll be the 33, so a 15-yard catch for Carter Boltman. Third down and 2 now for West Sioux. 9:42 to play here in the first half. 21-0, Lions on top. West Sioux needs a first down here. They don't want to give the ball back to the Lions anytime soon. Twin receivers each side. They'll hand off up the middle of the field. Fighting for the yardage. It's going to be close for Boltman. I think he's got it. He was put the head down and pushing forward. As I said, Boltman, 6'1", 195 on the sheet, so roughly 200 pounds. And it looks like they're going to measure this one. We've had 2 close calls before, no measurements. Now we're going to measure. This one must be really close. The tip of the football looks like it is touching the 35-yard line. So this can't be by much. I think he's got it. 9:35 to go here in the second quarter, as the officials will stretch out the chains here, and we'll see. And the Lion defenders are all over this one, but it looks like he does not have it. Wow. Fourth down and 1 or 2 chain links. So, decision time again for West Sioux. They went for it on fourth down last time and missed. That was at the 50-yard line. Will they go for it on fourth down at their own 35-yard line? It looks like they will. Fourth down and a chain link here for the Falcons. They will line up in a power I formation. Wiggins comes up under center. Got to be ready for that quarterback sneak. They'll hand off to the fullback, Boltman, and I do believe he's got it. He was hit and he fell across the 35. They'll give him the yard he needs, and that'll be enough for a first down. So this time the gamble pays off for West Sioux. They get the first down. Clock back on the move, and a fresh set of downs. Ball just across the 35 now. Not quite to the 31. 3 wideouts here to the left side. Now a single man off to the right side. Pistol formation for Wiggins. Wiggins back to pass. Looking left side. He's got some pressure. He's going to tuck. Throws to the out relief man. He sidesteps him in. Twists, spins. More yardage for Boltman. And finally brought down by Gabe Schulte. But some good moves. Good shifty moves after the catch. On the relief, takes it out to the 43-yard line, and a pickup of 7 yards. Carter Boltman, a 7-yard pickup on that, his third catch here of the first half. Second down and a long 3, a short 4 here. West Sioux will break the huddle and send twin receivers to the left side, single man to the right side. empty backfield, but 2 up backs off in the wing position. In motion now, back to pass is Wiggins. He'll have to duck underneath, looks under the middle of the field, has his man over there. Making the catch is Avery Milliken at the 49-yard line. 8-yard pickup there for Milliken will give the West Sioux Falcons another first down. First and 10, West Sioux, as they have crossed the 50 and are into Lyon territory at the 49. 7:50 to play here in the second quarter. Lions leading by 3 touchdowns. West Sioux needs to get something going. Now they're going to send 5 wide, 4 of them to the left side, a single man to the right side, empty backfield. Wiggins back to pass, has plenty of time. Now he's got some pressure, rolls out right, has to run it down, tries to duck. He'll be brought down and sacked in the backfield. Denikis got after him. He got the first paw on him, but it was Evan Kruger shutting him down and throwing him down to the ground. The initial pressure came from the Lions. That was Wyatt Crawl on the defensive end spot. And that's a coverage sack. He had plenty of time, but couldn't find an open man downfield, trying to keep the play alive. And the Lions bring him all the way back to the 38-yard line. On the sack there, sets up second down and 23 now. Twins left, single man to the right, the 2 up backs, man in motion. Back to pass once again. Stepping up in the pocket is Wiggins, looks right side. It's almost picked off by Elbert. Running the wheel route there was Colton Koopmans, and Koopmans ran into Elbert, and Elbert ended up being right in the line of fire. So an incomplete pass. Man, would Elbert like to have that one. There was a lot of green in front of him, and he's quick. He got a pick last week. Would have liked his second one on that one. Third down and 23. Ball back at the West Sioux 38-yard line. They need to get to the Lion 39. 5 wide, 3 to the left, Twins to the right side, back to pass. Wiggins, he's going to throw underneath and skips it to his receiver, incomplete again. Intended receiver that time around for the Falcons was Darren Wilbert. And that'll bring up 4th down and forever, and it looks like West Sioux will be forced to punt this one away. 4th and 23 at their own 38. 6:30 to go here in this second quarter. 21-0, Lions on top. And now it looks like they're going to set up in an offensive set, but expect Wiggins to punt out of this. And they will actually snap it to Boltman, and he'll boot it. Wow, what a great kick, man. A high spiraling kick is caught by Eben at the 22-yard line, and the Lions will take over. So an interesting setup there as they show the offense, but then Boltman boots it out of it. That's kind of what the Lions like to do with Lutmer sometimes. 6:26 to go here in the half. Lions with a 21-0 lead. Can they make it 28 here before the half? And what a turn of events that would be. That is something nobody expected out of these two high-powered offenses. 1st and 10, Lions send twin receivers left, single man to the right side, pistol formation, Eben in the backfield. They'll hand off to Eben. Eben steps through the first tackler and fights just to get back to the line of scrimmage. West Sioux really doing a good job of getting in the backfield and disrupting the run for CLGLR. Caden Van Berkom will check out of the game. They'll bring Elbert back in. And that will be more of a spread out type offense as soon as Elbert comes in. So Twins to the left side, trips to the right side. Empty backfield, 5 wide for Zach. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 22-yard line. Lions will take the snap. Lutmer, he's going to keep right up the middle of the field. He's hit, though, at the 25. Not much running room, only 3 yards on the carry. It'll set up 3rd down and about 7. Clock on the move with 5.5 to play in the second quarter. That 21-0 lead. Lions need 7 yards here to keep this drive alive and work more time off the clock. You don't want to give West Sioux too many opportunities because they do have the ability to move the ball. Twins right, single man to the left, now twins to the left. Back to pass is Lutmer. He's going to heave it down the sidelines again. He's got Vanderzee, and it's caught. Vanderzee just jumps over top the defender and makes the catch down to the 41-yard line. And just like that, Reese Vanderzee, man, he has got wheels. He's got height. He just goes and gets it. 34 yards for Reese Vanderzee on that catch. First and 10, Lions hurry up on the ball. They're going to throw it left side this time. Andrew Austin was the intended receiver. And just off the fingertips, incomplete pass. Lions trying to pick up the pace a little bit on that one. .432, clock stops on the incompletion. Lions are going to send 3 wideouts to the top side there. Single man is Vanderzee down here on the bottom of your screen. Shotgun formation, back to pass again. Lutmer looks over the middle of the field. He's got Vanderzee again. Vanderzee makes the catch. He's got plenty of yards after it. Got some yak down to the 20-yard line. A 21-yard catch that time for Reese Vanderzee. And Vanderzee has broken 100 yards on the night. Lions marching it down the field. This one started back at their own 22 after the punt. Lutmer back to pass again. Nobody is looking, and Andrew Austin is wide open across the field. A 20-yard touchdown reception, and the Lions are on the board again. Lutmer's 3rd touchdown pass of the night. Andrew Austin, his first touchdown as a CLGLR Lion. Comes across the middle of the field. Nobody even was close to him. I think he caught that and really didn't realize how big and how wide open he was. Back to do the kicking here. Once again, Matthew Deeren. Good snap and hold. Kick is up, and the kick is good as well. 28-0, CLGLR on top of West Sioux. 4 minutes to play left in this second quarter. You're watching Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, Joel Viss with you here on the Lion Broadcast Network. Central Lyon George Litterock on the board again. This time the 3rd receiving touchdown for the Lions. This one by Andrew Austin from 20 yards out. 28-0 with 4:09 to play here in the second quarter. Matthew Deeren on to kick the ball away again here. Matthew Deeren, the more he gets his leg into it, the more he kicks, the harder he kicks. And you'll see these balls keep getting consistently deeper. Good kick again here, angling towards the sidelines. Caught at the 10-yard line by Lyon. He'll work his way up the right side. He's got some room. He's got one man to beat, and it is Deeren. But Deeren takes him down and makes the touchdown-saving tackle at the 35-yard line. Lyon had a great wall down the sidelines, and he came untouched all the way to the 50. Had one man to beat in the kicker, and Matthew Deeren able to trip him up. Ball at the 34-yard line of Central Lyon George Litterock. Don't count out West Sioux, because here they come. Falcons, twin receivers now to each side on first down. Shotgun formation for Wiggins. Man in motion once again. High snap over Wiggins' head. He just has to dive on it back at the 47-yard line. A 13-yard loss. West Sioux, man, shooting themselves in the foot. They got the great return, great position there, and then a high snap over the head. Caden Van Berkom coming through and laying the hands down. He'll get credit for the tackle. So second down and 23, back at the 47 now. 3 wideouts to the left here, single man to the top side. Back to pass is Wiggins. Here comes the blitz, dump underneath the Boltman. Boltman sidesteps the first man, then he's hit and brought down. Caden Van Berkom making the tackle as he crosses the 45 to the 44, just a 3-yard pickup. Lions play that very well on that screen pass. Evan Kruger put the pressure on him, made Boltman cut. Third down and 19 now. Trips to the left side, Twins to the right side, empty backfield. Back to pass is Wiggins. He's looking deep down the sidelines, and he is going to overshoot everybody. Incomplete pass. Josh Elbert on the coverage there. Fourth down and for Evan now. Inside of Lion territory, though, so we'll see if they decide to go for it or if they pooch kick it here with Boltman and try and play the field position game. But they line up in this formation, so they can play offense out of it. There are twin receivers to each side. Wiggins will just pooch kick it up in the air. Nobody back to return it. And the ball will take a West Sioux bounce inside and right down at the 1-yard line. Avery Milliken getting down there and downing it at the 1 with 2:19 to go. Lions will come out and take over on offense here again. Their 5th offensive possession in the first half. They are 4 for 4. This one would be 99 yards and have to do it in less than 2 minutes to get down there. Not saying it can't be done, but it makes things a little bit tougher. Lions obviously with the big 4 touchdown lead. We'll see if they just get out of the shadows of their end zone. And it looks like that's what's going to come out. And we've got a too many men on the field for the Lions. A miscommunication as they were set up in the heavy package. Not sure who was supposed to be in there. And you'll get a legal substitution against Central Lyon George Litterock. And now Josh Elbert will come out and Kruger will go back in. You can't really move the ball. Half the distance to the goal would put it in the end zone. That is that close to the goal line right now of where Milliken downed it. So Central Lyon George Litterock looking to get out of their own end zone here as they line up in the power I formation. Everybody in tight on the defensive side. They got 10 guys in the box, and they'll just hand off right up the middle of the field. The big fullback, Caden Van Berkom, he'll carry it out to the 4, well, maybe the 3. If they're going to say if the knee was down before the ball, I guess. We'll see where they spot it. One referee says the 4, one is saying the 3, so we'll see what they say. And they'll go with the 4. So a 3-yard pickup will get them out of the shadows of their end zone. Still not a whole lot of room right here. Lions once again in that power formation. 2nd down and 7. Clock on the move with 1:35 to go. They'll shift here to the left side. Hand off to the big fullback again. He'll just pile the pile ahead for a tough 2. And it looks like this time West Sioux's going to call a timeout. And we'll get a timeout on 3rd and 5 with 1:24 to go. We'll take a break with them and be back with more Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility. Hello healthy. Hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
Back at Dicknall Field here in Rock Rapids, Joel Viss with you here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Thank you for tuning in here tonight. 1:24 to go here in the second quarter. A tough third down for the Lions. Third and a long 4, short 5. And they're going to go quarterback keep over the left side. Lutmer's got it. He's off to the races down the sidelines and shoved out of bounds. But he's got enough for a first down, and that is a big breather for the Lions, as he will take that all the way up to the 22-yard line for a 15-yard run. And the Lions should be able to take the clock out here. We'll see if they decide to take a few shots now that they have the first down and they are out of the shadows. First down and 10, CLGLR. And they break the huddle here, and we'll set up. Twins right, single man to the left. Shotgun formation. And they'll just hand off right up the middle of the field. Graham Eben, nothing doing though. Man, he is struggling to get any kind of room there. West Sioux has been all over Graham here tonight, not giving him any kind of running room, but the clock back on the move. Will dip below a minute to play, and the Lions will just have to run a couple more plays here. We'll see if West Sioux tries to use some timeouts here. First one, understandable, as if they could have got the stop there on third down, they would have gotten some great field position after the punt. But now with the clock where it is, we'll see what they decide to do. Lions come out, Twins left, single man to the right side. And they will hand off once again. Nope, back to pass. Deep pass down the sidelines, looking for Vanderzee again. He's got it, and he makes the catch and just about breaks free. And he takes it to the 32-yard line. Holy cow, they fake the hand, and over the top they go. Vanderzee, another huge catch. $40 yards on the reception to Reese Vanderzee. Vanderzee has 150 yards on 5 catches so far here in the first half. Lutmer over the 200 mark already. The Lions have called timeout with 23 seconds to go, and they're going to take a few shots at the end zone. And how big would that be if the Lions could score here somehow and take a 35-0 lead into the half, and we'd start the second half with running time. Nobody saw this coming. When you had number 1 West Sioux and number 2 Central Lyon George Litterock, we expected a juggernaut of football, and it has been all CLGLR so far in this one. Lions come out and break the huddle. They are getting set up here on the offense. They're ready to go. They're not wasting time. West Sioux, they're just trying to hang on here. They don't want to give up that touchdown. They know what's at stake right now. Ryan Sweesaw over there on the sidelines. Twin receivers off to each side. Shotgun formation. Lutmer calls it out. He drops back to pass. Looking right now. Comes back left side. Rolls over the middle of the field. Has his man Isaiah Johnson. First down yardage as he takes it down to about the 20. And a 13-yard pickup there for Isaiah Johnson. Lions call a timeout again here as they are trying to get the ball within range. If nothing else, they can always kick a field goal now from this point. 13 seconds. Legitimately can take 2 good passes at this one, depending on if they don't have to extend the play at all. With 13 seconds to go, you could legitimately get 2 plays and then a kick if you don't score. Lions do have 1 timeout in their pocket. We'll see if they need to use it, but it does give the option for the middle of the field to be open. This drive started on the half-yard line, actually the inch line down there. I think the tip of the football was touching the end zone with 2:19 as it started. The Lions are showing that they want to take it down the field. Single man to the left, that is Vanderzee. He is going to dart to the end zone. Now Lutmer eaves it over the top to the middle, jumping and making a one-handed catch was Elbert, but he's out of the back of the end zone. And that'll set up 6 seconds to go, and most likely a kick coming. A little trickeration there by the Lions. It was Vanderzee at the quarterback spot. Lutmer was down the sidelines. Now they'll switch it up and put Lutmer back in at the quarterback spot. Man in motion, Johnson left to right. Now they're going to look to the sidelines here, and the Lions will burn their last timeout. Trying to draw West Sioux off sides, maybe get 5 free yards before they set up for the kick here. And Matthew Deeren will come on with the leg. Matthew 0 for 1 on field goals on the season so far. Missed a 34-yarder down in Sergeant Bluff Luton last Friday night. Had a rough first week of kicking extra points. Was perfect last week against Sergeant Bluff Luton. And is a perfect 4 for 4 here tonight. So let's see if Matthew can put his first field goal on. And it looks like it'll be in the range of a 38-yarder here. As that's where they will tee the ball up. Well, maybe a little bit closer in now. 37-yarder officially. Lions, good snap, good hold. Kick is up for Deeren. It's got the length, and it is good. With 1 second left on the clock, Matthew Deeren, a 37-yard field goal, puts the Lions on top 31-0. A 99-yard drive for the Lions. And we'll take a break and be back with more Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carry-out and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
Back at Dicknall Field here, 1 second to go. Here in the half, 31-0, a 99-yard drive capped off with a 37-yard field goal from Matthew Deeren to put the Lions ahead 31-0. Deeren, a little squib kick here, not going to give anything up. West Sioux will pick it up with the up man, and he'll just go down at the 35-yard line. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half. At the half, 31-0. Central Lyon George Litterock on top of West Sioux. We'll take a break and be back with our halftime report when we return to Central Lyon George Litterock Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
Back at Dicknall Field here in Rock Rapids at the half, Central Lyon George Little Rock on top of West Sioux 31-0. But it's time for the halftime show here at Lions football field, Dicknall Field, A.O. Vogue Sports Complex here in Rock Rapids. We welcome you all. Our junior cheerleaders are making their way onto the field. Junior cheerleaders got to work out with the varsity cheerleaders throughout the week. They've learned some cheers, learned some dance moves, and they're here to entertain you at the halftime. Glad to have you along. Thanks to our great sponsors, Avera Medical Group, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Sanford Health, DeNoble Austin and Company PC, and Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, bringing Central Lyon activities to you and Central Lyon George Little Rock football tonight. Here comes the junior cheerleaders out on the field. We'll turn it down to the field, and we'll let these little girls get you pumped up for the night. Well, there they are, the junior cheerleaders from Central Lyon George Little Rock, putting on the halftime show for you here today on our Central Lyon Broadcast Network. We'll take a break. We'll be back with our halftime show when we return to Lyon football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
DeNoble Austin and Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin and Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility. Hello healthy. Hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
Back at Dicknall Field at the half here in Rock Rapids. Joel Viss with you here. Central Lyon George Litterock leading West Sioux here tonight 31-0 after 2 quarters of play. The Lions defense has been able to hold West Sioux in check, and the Lion offense has been efficient. They are a perfect 5 of 5 here tonight when they get the ball in their hands. Lions got things started right away on the offensive side of the ball, marched it down the field, and hit Isaiah Johnson for a 33-yard reception to get the scoring on the board, making it 7-0. And just 7 minutes later, it was Graham Eben, a 5-yard touchdown run to make it 14-0 and the end of the first quarter. Quickly into the second quarter on 3rd down and 10 from the midfield stripe. Reese Vanderzee over the top makes the catch for a 50-yard touchdown, and it was 21-0 with 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Lions once again got the ball again and able to move it down the field, and that time the 3rd touchdown pass for Zach Lutmer in the first half, this time to Andrew Austin on a 20-yard catch, and it was 28-0. West Sioux got a big kickoff and moved it down inside of Lion territory, but a bad snap pushed them into a deep scenario. Were forced to punt the ball away, pinned the Lions on the 1-yard line. After a penalty, it was closer to the inch line, but the Lions able to move the ball down the field in less than 2 minutes and put a 37-yard field goal on the board with 1 second left to go in the half by Matthew Deeren, giving you the 31-0 score. The Lions at the half have been efficient, as we said, offensively, but have struggled to run the football here tonight as they sit with 20 carries for only 70 yards on the ground as a team. Zach Lutmer has 32 yards as he is on pace to break Tom Roach's all-time rushing record. He needs 77 yards to become the all-time career running leader here at Central Lyon. And we'll see if he can get that done in the second half. Graham Eben has 22 yards, and then a flurry of other running backs have gotten a few here and there. The big story has been the arm of Zach Lutmer as he sits at 9 of 11 passing here tonight for 220 yards and 3 touchdowns. He has been all over the place, and he has found 4 different wide receivers. Reese Vanderzee has been the favorite target as he has 5 catches, 153 yards and a touchdown at the half. Andrew Austin has a touchdown to his credit. Isaiah Johnson with 1 touchdown, but he's got 2 catches for 46 yards. And Graham Eben, a 42-yard screen pass for the Lions as well. For West Sioux, not as efficient offensively. This defense of the Lions has really stymied them and caused some problems. Plus, they've had a few issues of shooting themselves in the foot with some bad snaps, and Wiggins has had to fall on it a couple times. But right now, just only 25 yards of rushing for West Sioux and just 52 yards of passing, so not even 100 total yards yet at the half for West Sioux, who normally is a high-powered offense who puts up a lot of points on the board. They are averaging 44 points a game coming into tonight and sit at the half at 0. That is a shock to everyone to see the score where it is right now. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll be ready for half number 2, live from Dicknall Field here in Rock Rapids. Lions football brought to you by our great sponsors, Avera Medical Group, Frontier Bank, Pizza Ranch, Premier Bank, Sanford Health, DeNoble Austin and Company PC, and the Pepsi Cola Bottling Company, bringing Lion football to you here on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
DeNoble Austin and Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin and Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
Back at Dicknall Field, Joel Viss with you here, getting ready for half number 2. A 31-0 lead for Central Lyon George Litterock. And the Lions received the opening kickoff, so they will boot the ball away here in the second half. West Sioux will start with the football and see if they can't cut into this lead, see what kind of adjustments they made. They made some good adjustments from quarter 1 to quarter 2. They did start to move the ball a little bit more, but then would shoot themselves in the foot and get themselves into trouble with some big yardage differences and not able to capitalize on that. For the Lions, they would probably like to try and get the ground game going a little bit better than what they have. Other than a couple big runs, they had one by Lutmer, got a 15-yarder there to get him out of the shadows of the end zone. other than that, it has been short yardage pickups here for the Lions offensively on the ground. Lions getting some stretching in here as they get ready to go in the second half. We see the special teams players for West Sioux out there. The kicker for West Sioux, he's putting through 45-yarders like they're nothing here and attempting that if in case he is called upon. And he may have to come on and make the kicks here for you. It looks like that is Connor Van Ballygoyen is the kicker. CLGLR 2-0 coming into tonight, looking to go 3-0 on the season and take a perfect record out of non-district play. District play kicks off next Friday night against West Lyon right here at Dicknall Field, the annual Beef Bowl between the Lions and the Wildcats in Rock Rapids. That is next Friday night, but we still got another half to play for West Sioux. They will kick off district play next Friday night as well at home as they will take on the Emmitsburg Ehawks, and the Ehawks will come to town to take on West Sioux as they start district play as well. As we said, the Lions will be doing the kicking here to start the half, and West Sioux will start on the offensive side of the ball. Lions over there in there had a brief injury there on the sidelines for Chase Thedens, but was able to gimp it off, walk it off, and stretch it out a little bit. Probably a little bit of cramping or just if you might have tweaked an ankle or something. But he has been back on the field and ready to go. Matthew Deeren trots his team onto the field. The Lions kicking team has been a lot better this year. You know, we talked to Coach Eben a lot, and he discussed how last season the kicking team and the coverage team was not as good as they needed it to be, and that was a main point of focus in the offseason to get this kicking team back under par. And the Lions have done a fantastic job multiple times throughout the year so far. They have stuck teams inside the 20-yard line on the return, and that is a big boost for your defense when you can put the offense in that kind of situations. So Deeren comes in, and the rain starts coming back down here as we start quarter number 3. It rained in the first quarter. It was pretty nice in quarter 2, but now the rain has started again here at Dicknall Field. A deep kickoff over the top of the head, caught at the 5-yard line, now bringing it up the field, wrapped up just inside the 20. Gable Van Beek coming in there and laying the hit with Isaiah Johnson. Tanner Lynott able to carry it out there. They'll put him down at the 19-yard line, so the Lions will keep him inside the 20 again on the kickoff. West Sioux are going to start things off here on offense. They need a big one here, trying to get back into the ball game at first down and 10 from their own 19. Single receiver off to each side. Twin backs stand in the backfield behind Wiggins. Wiggins will hand off over the left side and stood up at the line of scrimmage and brought down after a pickup of maybe one was Avery Milliken. Milliken got 1 yard on the carry there. Lions doing a good job of tracking him down and bringing him down. Second down and 9 now at the 20-yard line for West Sioux. They'll send twin receivers off to each side this time. Boltman stands in the backfield with Wiggins. Man in motion, that is Milliken. They'll hand off this time, now run the option. Wiggins will keep. He's wrapped up and brought down right at the 20-yard line. No gain for Dylan Wiggins. Lions doing a nice job of stretching that out. Graham even coming up and avoiding the pitch man. Third down now in a rough 8 yards here as it's still 9. They're inside the 20-yard line. It's more of a 9.5 here. As West Sioux, third down and long again. They've been stuck in this situation all night long. 3 wide to the right side, a single man in tight to the left. Pistol formation. Now the man in Boltman goes in motion to an empty backfield. Wiggins back to pass, looks left side, just about picked off, tipped in the air, and falls incomplete. Gable Van Beek went right through his fingertips. Ball got tipped up in the air. Receiver couldn't bring it in as well. And it'll bring up 4th down in a punting situation. Pretty good rain starting to fall here at Dick Naw Field. And you can't see it in the camera, but there is a good amount of moisture coming down. So that ball is going to be slippery, and that'll make it tough here for West Sioux to come back. Punting team on. Lutmer stands at the 44. And Eben stands inside. Now they kick angled to the out of bounds. They'll just kick it out of bounds. Lands at the 41 and goes out of bounds at the 39, maybe the 38. We'll see where they spot it. And they'll give him the 40 is where they'll say it is out of bounds. Lions will start. Good starting field position here. Their first offensive set of the second half. The defense did their job again, forcing the 3 and out. And now the Lion offense will go to work and see if they can keep their perfect streak alive and go 6 for 6 on scoring. And if they can get the ball in the end zone, they will get this into a running time situation. And we will see what the Lions can come up with. Twin receivers to each side, shotgun formation. Eben stands in the backfield. Lutmer calls it out. They'll hand off, and Lutmer and Eben goes right side. He's got running room. Down the sidelines he goes, and he is knocked down at the 44-yard line. Big run there for Graham Eben, 16 yards on the carry. We talked about that at the half, that the Lions hadn't had much running room, and we would see if they could fix that situation, and it looks like they have. 1st and 10, CLGLR here at the 44-yard line. Twin receivers each way, pistol formation again, Eben in the backfield. They'll hand off Eben again. He'll sidestep a few defenders. Picks up 2, maybe 3. They'll say the 42-yard lines. Give him 2 yards on the carry. Bring up 2nd down and 8 for CLGLR. Lions more concerned with the clock moving here with this 31-0 lead. 9.5 to play in the 3rd quarter. If the Lions can grind it out here on the ground, they will be more than happy to just not give West Sioux the football back. Lions break the huddle. Twins right, single man to the left side here. On the bottom side of your screen, that is Andrew Austin. Low snap, bobbled. Lutmer picks it up. He's going to have to run. He's going to eat it in the backfield. He is sacked back at the 50-yard line for a loss of 8. Lutmer bobbled the snap. It was low. Picked it up, tried to roll out of it, had nothing doing, and ends up taking the sack back at the 50. So now 3rd down and about 16 for COGLR, right at the midfield marker. Empty backfield here for Lutmer. He'll go 5 wide, 3 to the left side, Twins to the top side. Brings a man in motion. That is Elbert, and they'll hand off to Elbert, but the flags fly early, and we've got early motion on the Lions. So false start will push the Lions back again, back to the 45-yard line and set up 3rd down and 21 now. West Sioux looking for their first stop of the night, and they are in a good position to do it with the Lions at 3rd and 21. Here they go. Lions 5 wide again. Trips left, Twins to the top side. Empty backfield for Lutmer. Zach drops back to pass. He's looking over the left side. He'll heave it down the sidelines. Isaiah Johnson, and he can't bring it in at the 20. Johnson had the yardage there, but he just couldn't bring it in, and the ball falls incomplete. That would have been a big one had Isaiah brought that in. And instead it is 4th down, and the Lions will be forced to punt this one away. Caden Van Berkom will come on to do the punting duties for CLGLR. Caden broke the school record last Friday night for longest punt, a 70-yarder against Sergeant Bluff Luton. So Caden Van Berkom on to do the kicking duties here again. Stands back at his own 32-yard line. And a flag will fly again on the Lions. And the Lions struggling to get things moving here. They'll go the other direction, march it off another 5 yards back to the 40. And a tough break there for CLGLR. Well, now they're going to say it's an illegal substitution. So the ball goes back to the 40-yard line after the 5-yard penalty. We'll try and punt this one again. Van Berkom will now stand inside of his own 30-yard line, ready to give it a boot. One deep man back here is Lyon. Good snap there. They bring some heat there. Van Berkom got a beauty as it is fair caught at the 22-yard line. Milliken actually was the deep man there. He made the catch and the fair catch at the 22. West Sioux gets their first stop of the night, and they will go back on the offense, trailing 31-0 here in the third quarter. West Sioux couldn't get things going on their first possession there. They got to get something going now. They are going to run out of time, being down by over 4 scores. Wiggins breaks the huddle on first down. He'll send twin receivers to each side. 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line. Shotgun formation, back to pass, quick pass. Wiggins finds Milliken. He catches it right at the 25 for a pickup of 3. Saw that pass earlier in the night for about the same result. Not much on it, but it does get the ball moving in the right direction. 2nd down and 7 now for the Falcons. Twin receivers to each side once again. Shotgun formation. Wiggins with Boltman off to his left. Milliken now in motion from right to left. They'll hand off. Ball hits the ground. Boltman just falls on it at the 25. No gain. 3rd down and 7 now for West Sioux. Clock on the move with 7 minutes to play. Lions will make a substitution in here. Wyatt Krall will come in. Krall, the defensive end. Good to have him back after an injury last year. Back in the ball game here and has been effective so far. We'll see if he can get after the quarterback in an obvious passing situation. 5 wide, empty backfield here for Wiggins. Dillon back to pass, looking over the middle of the field. Slant pattern thrown behind him, but I think he caught it. I do believe he got that catch. Nice catch there for the Falcons wide receiver. That is Colton Koopmans. And he makes the grab at the 35-yard line for a pickup of 10. Had to reach down and behind him to make that grab. 1st down and 10, Falcons. Ball at the 35-yard line now. 5 wide again, 3 left, Twins to the right. Empty backfield. Man in motion, that is Koopmans. They'll hand to him on the jet sweep. Coming up is Lutmer, hits him in the backfield, can't bring him down. He'll get positive yards. Gets out across the 35 to the 36, picks up 1. And Koopmans gets the 1 yard on the run. Second down and 9. Clock stopped as he did get out of bounds. 5 wide again, 3 to the right side this time. Twins to the left, man in motion. Here comes Boltman. They'll fake there, not fooled on it. Lions rip him to the ground. That's Wyatt Krall. We just talked about him, and he gets the big hit on Wiggins. And Wiggins is knocked back at the 30-yard line for a 6-yard loss. Wiggins has had a rough night tonight. The Lion defense has been getting after him. And once again, West Sioux put in a bad situation behind the chains. 3rd down and 15 now for West Sioux. They'll send Twins right, single man to the left. Man in motion is Koopmans, drawing the Lions off sides. And a free play here. Wiggins whips it up in the air. It's picked off. Going the other way is CLGLR, and they are going to return it for a touchdown. We'll see. I don't see a flag on the field for the offside, so I think that's going to stand. And guess who? Reese Vanderzee with a pick 6 for the Lions. Lions come up big on that one. We thought it was an offsides. Wiggins just heaved it up in the air, and it was a prayer shot. It was wobbly, and Reese Vanderzee picks it off and makes the touchdown. Reese's second interception of the year, and his first defensive touchdown. Matthew Deeren on to do the kicking duties here to try and tack on one more for the Lions in the third quarter. Good snap, good hold, good kick. It's good. 38-0. CLGLR on top. 5:10 to play in this one in the third quarter. We'll be back with more Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carryout and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
Back at Dicknall Field here, Joel Viss with you. 38-0. Central Lyon George Litterock on top of West Sioux. What a score we didn't expect to see at all with this 5:10 to play in the third quarter. Rain is coming down here at Dicknall Field, and the Lions have been on the rampage here versus the number one team in Class 1A. Matthew Deeren has the ball set up again. He'll give it a boot. A little pooch kick this time. Goes over the 40, and West Sioux just falls on it. Back at the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. Clock on the move here. Running time in formation here with the 35-point spread. Should West Sioux score, they would able to bring that underneath the 35-point. We'd go back to standard timing. Lions will break the huddle here and come out on the defense. West Sioux will send twin receivers to each side. Boltman stands in the backfield with Wiggins. Wiggins will take the snap, goes off to the left side, pitches out to Boltman. Boltman will put the head down. He'll get positive gain there, but not much. 2, maybe 3 yards on the carry. Looks like they will give him 3 out to the 38-yard line. Second down and 7 now for West Sioux. And this second half is going to go quickly. That'll be good for the fans in the stands. Good crowd on hand for the Lions, even in the rain. Student section, they're always crazy. They don't care about the wet weather. Nice crowd on hand for West Sioux making the trip over. For all you tuning in and staying dry in your living rooms, we welcome you in here to the Central Lyon Broadcast Network. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll keep you updated. Wiggins back to pass again. Looks over the left side as his man. First down yardage on the out route. Nice play there. I think that was Bullywhagen. And it actually goes to Darren Wilbert, number 7 on that. 7 yards on the pickup for Wilbert. First down and 10, West Sioux. Ball at the 46-yard line. Trying to move this ball and get the scoring and the timing back into normal. First and 10. West Sioux sends twins to the left side, single man to the right. That is Milliken. He'll go in motion. Now back to pass. Dylan Wiggins looks underneath and short hops the receiver for an incomplete pass. Dylan Wiggins, tough night here for him. He is 10 of 17 throwing the ball for just 72 yards. He's had to relegate himself to a lot of underneath passes to accommodate for those yards, the bulk of them coming on a couple of those screens that have been set up pretty well. Second down and 10 now for the Falcons at their own 46-yard line. 2:20 to play in the third quarter. Lions with that 38-0 lead. Twin receivers now to each side. Wiggins and Boltman in the shotgun. Milliken comes in motion again. They'll option out. He'll pitch it out. Milliken's going to get blown up, and Caden Van Berkom just grabs hold and pulls him down back at the 40-yard line. Loss of 6 for Milliken. Lions will put West Sioux back in a familiar position, but not a welcomed position at third down and long. 3rd and 16 for West Sioux. And the Lion defense has just flustered this West Sioux offense. West Sioux breaks the huddle. This time they'll send 3 wide receivers to the left side, twins to the right, empty backfield. 5 wide for Dylan Wiggins. Man in motion is Boltman. Back to pass. Heavy pressure's coming. We've got a sack in the backfield. We got a flag, and the ball is thrown out of his hands. They're going to say incomplete pass. If it's an incomplete pass, they're going to call for a intentional grounding, as there was nobody close. And we'll see. There's also holding back at the 31-yard line, so there's multitude. And they're going to call for the hold. No, they're going to decline it. They'll take 4th down and 16. And the Lions will take the loss of down. They did give him the incomplete pass. And we'll see what West Sioux decides to do here. Looks like they're in the punt formation with Boltman. And it is. Boltman will boot it away. End over end kick will get a good roll and roll inside the 20-yard line down to the 15. Nice punt there for Boltman. 45-yard punt for Boltman, and pinned down at their own 15 will be Central Lyon George Litterock. 59 seconds to go in this third quarter. It is on the move as the Lions hold that 38-0 lead. Scores from around the area, we're being told West Lyon leads 10-0 over Sioux Center over there in Inwood. We've also been told that Spirit Lake leads 21-20 over Western Christian in the third quarter. Here, Central Lyon George Litterock doing what they need to do. They are making a point. Clock is moving here as the Lions will have to run one play in this quarter, and then we'll be able to go to the fourth. So the Lions will come out in the shotgun. Simon Konieczki, the backup quarterback, in. Twins right, single man left. Konieczki will hand off right up the middle of the field. And bringing them down will be Lane Kruger on the carry. And Lane Kruger will take us into the fourth quarter. After 3 quarters, it's all CLGLR, 38-0 over West Sioux. As the Lions will take that into the fourth quarter, we'll be back with the final quarter of play when we return to Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
DeNoble Austin and Company PC.
Back at Dicknall Field, getting ready for quarter number 4 here in Rock Rapids. Central Lyon, George Litterock all over West Sioux. Twins right, single man to the left, Simon Konitschke. A high snap is tapped up in the air. Kruger comes up with it. He'll carry it out to the line of scrimmage for no gain. And with this second team offense, that's kind of been the case there, as I don't know if they're used to snapping it to Lutmer, where he's a little bit taller, and Konitschke cannot get up there. He's a little bit shorter than Zach, probably about 4 inches shorter. Clock on the move, though. 3rd down and 10 or 11, wherever you want to spot the ball, with the second team offense in for CLGLR. Konitschke in at the quarterback spot. He'll bring a man in motion. That is even. Konitschke's going to keep left side. Konitschke off to the races down the sideline. Simon has got a first down. And Simon Konitschke, biggest run of his career. And he takes the ball all the way out to the 29, a gain of 15 for Simon. Big run for Simon Konitschke to move the chains, and the Lions will move the ball a little bit farther down the field, keep the clock on the move here. Breaking out to the wide receiver spots here are the Lion wideouts. That is Ethan Peterson. Also in there, Jason Huygens. Handoff right up the middle. Lane Kruger, nothing doing there. He's blown up in the backfield, back at the 17. And, or I shouldn't say 17, the 27. Two-yard loss there for Kruger. So second down coming for the second teamers. Thomas Herbert in at a wide receiver. Also up there, Tyler Grieve on the top side of your screen. As those second team offensive players are in. Twins to the left, Twins right. Low snap this time. Simon keeps. He's hitting the backfield and can't get away. He's brought down back at the 24. Another loss of 3. Third down and long now for CLGLR. Once again in this situation, 9:25 here left to go in the fourth quarter. A 38-0 lead. The second teamers trying to move the ball, keep the chains moving. Man in motion now. Fake there. Handoff stays with Konitschke. He just piles ahead back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. That'll bring up fourth down, and the punting team will come back in. And the Lions will give this one a boot and kick it away. And Matthew Deeren will come on to do the punting duties here. Deeren, the starting place kicker. Normally Caden Van Berkom is the punter, but now Matthew Deeren will come in to punt. The officials talking with the Lions, and apparently we moved the football, I think. When we came up there, the center moved the football, and the Lions will get caught with an illegal procedure. So that'll punch them back 5 more yards. So even in a 38-0 lead, the Lions will have stuff to work on here, as a few penalties have set them back away. As Matthew Deeren has it. He'll give it a boot. It's blocked, and it's recovered by West Sioux at the 9-yard line. West Sioux picks up the blocked kick. He gets the block, and he gets the recovery down there. I do believe that was Seth Persinger. So the Lions will bring out the defense here. The second team defense coming in for CLGLR now. Clock dips below 8 minutes to play. West Sioux obviously in their absolute best starting field position of the entire night, as they will sit up inside of the 10-yard line of Central Lyon George Litterock, and see if they can't put some points on the board. West Sioux taking plenty of time here as they break the huddle. Seeing some younger players now come in for West Sioux. They will send the second teamers in there as well. Blake Wiggins in at the quarterback spot. And a timeout will be taken by West Sioux. 7:18 to play in the fourth quarter, 38-0. CLGLR on top. We'll be back with more Lion football on the Central Lion Broadcast Network. Back after a very quick timeout, just a personnel deal as they hand off here to Lyon. Lyon breaking for the corner and getting in for the touchdown is Tanner Lyon. An 8-yard touchdown run. And West Sioux has the score on the board. Lyon's first carry there of the night, and it's a 8-yard touchdown. Now looking for the extra point. That'll get it back under the 35 mark, so the scoring will go back to normal with 7:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. West Sioux on to kick, good snap and a good hold, but the Lions block the kick, and they knock it down. Big number 73, Carson Vandentop coming through, getting his paws on it. And that'll bring us to our break here, 38-6, Lions on top. We'll take a break and be back with more Lion football on the Lion Broadcast Network.
Here's to welcoming moments, big and small. At Avera, our nationally recognized health system will be right here with you, with care and coverage. Partner with Avera for more hellos, more hugs, more memories. We'll move you forward through sickness and health, and every milestone in between. Hello possibility, hello healthy, hello life. Avera, moving health forward.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your big...
Back at Dicknall Field, 7:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. West Sioux has finally gotten on the board with 7:10 to go. 38-6. They have knocked the lead down under 35 now. In turn, they will be able to get the clock back to regular timing. It will stop on incompletions and stop on everything else now. Rain is still coming down heavily here. It has been the entire second half. A big, deep kick through the hands of Tyler Grieve and into the end zone for the touchback. Actually, it was not Tyler Grieve back there. Went through the hands of Weston Frecking. And Weston had a couple good runs last week as he filled in for Lane Kruger down at Sergeant Bluff Luton. Twins right, single man to the left here. Second teamer still in, Simon Konitschke. In at the quarterback spot for the Lions. He'll hand off over the right side and busting through a nice big run and a nice big carry there for the Lions. That was number 28, Lane Kruger. Kruger had a 75-yard touchdown run back in week number 1. Now he picks up 9. Second down and 1 for Central Lyon George Littlerock. Clock dips below 6 minutes to play. Lions will send twin receivers to the right side. Single man is Grieve up towards the top. Man in motion now is Eben. They'll fake there, hand up over the middle. Kruger off to the races again. Cuts up the field, he's gone. Lane Kruger, he'll do it again down the sidelines. 71 yards, Lane Kruger has himself a touchdown. Lane Kruger, he answers the call. Week 1, a 75-yarder. He had to sit out last week with an injury, and here he comes and tacks on 71. Lane Kruger jacks the score up to 44-6 with 5.5 to play. Kicking team will come on here once again. Well, it looks like the Lions are going to go for 2 and try and get the score up to 40. So Lions go for it. Konechny hands off right up the middle. Kruger is bottled up for nothing. And the 2-point conversion fails. So with 5:30 to play, it's 44-6 in favor of Central Lyon George Little Rock. You're watching Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Back at Dicknall Field in Rock Rapids, 5:30 to play in the ball game. Central Lyon George Little Rock on top, 44-6 over West Sioux. The Central Lyon second teamers on the board here. Lane Kruger, a 71-yard touchdown run right up the gut, and he took it to the house to extend the Lions' lead. A 2-point conversion failed. Lions on to do the kicking duties again, and Deeren will give it a boot. Caught at the 10-yard line and brought back up the middle of the field and wrapped up and brought down there. Lions coming in and making the tackle was Ethan Peterson. Clock continues to move here at 5:10 to go in this fourth quarter. The Lions' second team or defensive players will come onto the field. West Sioux will bring on their second teamers as well. Twin receivers to each side here now for West Sioux. And they will hand off to line up right up the middle of the field. Tanner sidesteps a few defenders across the 30 out to the 32-yard line. And a nice pickup there of about 5, maybe 6 yards. Second down and 5 now for West Sioux. Line out with the 5-yard pickup. Falcons break the huddle once again and send twin receivers out. Shotgun formation once again. Blake Wiggins in at the quarterback spot. He'll hand off to Lynott one more time. Lynott breaking to the left side. He'll have the corner, lowers the shoulder, has the first down and more. Knocked out at the 44-yard line. Big pickup there. 12-yard carry there for Lynott. First and 10 for the Falcons here. Clock moving at 3:45 to play. West Sioux trying to get one on the board with their second teamers. Well, Wiggins now is going to go empty backfield, 5 wide. Man in motion, that is Lynott. They'll hand to him on the jet sweep. Lions trying to string it out. He'll get up the corner, has the corner, and finally brought down by Konechny. After he crosses the 50 into the 48-yard line. Going to be a pickup of probably 8, maybe 9 yards for Lynott. They will give him 9 yards as he was falling forward as he took the hit. Second down and 1 now for West Sioux inside of Lion territory. Ball spotted at the 47-yard line. Empty backfield once again. Trips right, twins to the left, man in motion. It's Lynott. Fake that time. Right up the middle is the quarterback, Wiggins. He's got running room down the right side. He'll be drugged down from behind inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. And they might even give him the 32. Oh, man, now they're going to come back and say he stepped out of bounds at the 36-yard line. So they'll bring it 4 yards back. Nonetheless, still a first down. First and 10, Falcons. Twin receivers to each side. Wiggins in at the quarterback spot, faking the hand. Lyon puts the ball on the ground, and I do believe the Lions have it. The Purple have jumped on top of that football and picked it up. And Central Lyon George Litterock gets the turnover. Matthew Everhart picks up the fumble. Wow, now they're going to say no. Everhart clearly had that fumble recovery. And they're going to say Lynott got possession somehow. And they'll say second down and 13. Well, second down and 13 for the Falcons. Trips left, single right. Back to pass is Wiggins. He'll throw underneath, has his man. It is caught at the 35-yard line. Pickup of 4. So Wiggins in on the throw there. The other Wiggins, Blake Wiggins, he's the freshman quarterback for West Sioux. Clock is under a minute to go here. Lions looking to just keep West Sioux out of the end zone a second time on third down and long. Trips right, single man to the left. Wiggins will drop back to pass. He throws underneath through the receiver's hands and incomplete. And that'll bring up fourth down. 4th and 9 for West Sioux, obviously in 4-down territory with 25 seconds to go here. We'll see if they take a shot at the end zone, as will likely be their last play. Twin receivers now to each side. Wiggins in the shotgun, Lynott to his left, and they'll hand off to Lynott. Lynott will run it over the right side. Lions are in pursuit, and the Lions will bring him down at the 30-yard line. A 5-yard pickup as the clock runs out here tonight, and a big-time win for Central Lyon George Litterock. They stay perfect on the season with a 44-6 victory over West Sioux. We'll take a break and come back and wrap things up. Live from Dicknall Field, you're watching Lion football on the Central Lyon Broadcast Network.
After a long day, deciding on dinner can be tough, but a few simple words can make everything better.
Pizza's here.
End your day the right way with pizza and chicken from the carry-out and delivery experts at your local pizza ranch.
DeNoble Austin & Company PC, certified public accountants, offers a variety of services including payroll, auditing, sales tax, financial statement preparation, and of course, income taxes. Whether you're a farmer, small or large business owner, or just require some assistance with your personal finances, DeNoble Austin & Company PC can save you time and peace of mind with the skills you need and the service you expect. Located in Rock Rapids and Laverne.
At Frontier Bank, we know you're busy with what really matters. That's why our Big Deal checking account was created to make banking work for you. While you're keeping up with life's daily transactions, your Big Deal checking account is earning you monthly rewards. Competitive rates, refunds on ATM fees, and more, with no minimum balance or monthly service fees required. And you can apply for a Big Deal account from anywhere in less than 10 minutes. Focus on what matters most. Bank with Frontier Bank. See a customer service representative for more information. Member FDIC.
When the world changes, you change with it. By embracing new rhythms, redefining connection, and taking less for granted, you push through the uncertainty. And at every point along the way, we stand with you. Because even when your world looks different, our commitment to your care stays the same. Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Back at Dicknall Field, Joel Viss with you here alongside me, Jason Heiser, our technical director over there on the screen. Big thank you to him and his efforts each and every week to keep us looking good on the air. 44-6, Central Lyon George Litterock with a huge win here tonight in what was supposed to be a big-time battle turned into a big-time blowout as the Lions were able to jump out to a 38-0 lead, put the clock on the move before West Sioux could get into the end zone. And finally, the Lions were able to cap one off with the second teamers as well. And a big-time win for CLGLR. They moved to 3-0 on the season. Perfect in non-district play. That'll set them up for next Friday night. They open up district play in another big game as they will take on the West Lyon Wildcats right here at Dicknall Field in the annual Beef Bowl matchup. The Lions looking for some revenge from last year. They still know it's circled on the calendar about that playoff loss to the Wildcats. They felt they should have been the winners of that one, and they look for the redemption next Friday night, and they can set their sights towards that game. Beef Bowl week is always a big one. We look forward to having you guys with us here on the Lion Broadcast Network. We'll be here ready to go. Pregame show starts around 6:30. We'll have interviews with both the coaches, and we'll be getting you ready to go for some big-time Beef Bowl action. And it's always a good one when the Wildcats and the Lions get together. Well, the Lions jumped out to the early lead in this one. They led it from the get-go and jumped on the board through the air as the Lions were grounded by the running game. West Sioux was ready to stop the run game, but the air attack was effective. Isaiah Johnson got the Lions on the board with a 33-yard touchdown reception and made it 7-0. Later on in the first quarter, Graham Eben, a 5-yard touchdown run, made it 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. Early in the second quarter, Reese Vanderzee hauled in a 50-yard touchdown reception to make it 21-0. And then it was Andrew Austin's turn to grab a 20-yard catch to make it 28-0. And finally, a Matthew Deeren 37-yard field goal made it 31-0 at the half. The Lions weren't able to get things going on their first offensive set of the second half, but on the second drive for West Sioux, Reese Vanderzee with the interception and takes it to the house, a pick six for Reese, and a 38-0 lead. Put the clock in running mode with a big lead there. With 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, finally the West Sioux second teamer is able to get on the board with a Tanner Lyon 8-yard touchdown run. A blocked extra point made it 38-6, and then Lane Kruger returns to the field and returns to the end zone, a 71-yard touchdown run. The 2-point conversion failed for the Lions, giving you the final score of 44-6. Lions, as we said, not overly big on the ground as they ended up 28 carries for just 156 yards, half of those coming on that one run from Lane Kruger, but efficient in the passing game. Zach Lutmer, 9 of 11 passing, 220 yards, and those 3 touchdowns through the air. Did not have to throw a pass in the second half as Lutmer got to rest for the majority of that second half as well. West Sioux falls to 2-1 on the season, and they will open up district play next week at home against the Emmetsburg E-Hawks, looking to get things back in the right motion that they needed here tonight. But the Lions at 3-0, victorious here tonight over West Sioux, 44-6 your final score. That'll do it for us here at Dicknall Field. I'm Joel Viss, and thank you for joining us here tonight on the Lion Broadcast Network. Good night, everybody. What's up? In the booth?